The Nintendo Direct just happened, and I think I can actually now say, Nintendo may have remembered Mario. In all honesty, though, I'm pretty sure everyone actually knew what that video was about. I mean, if you just watched 12 seconds of it, you knew I was talking about it's time for a new 3D Mario. But nevertheless, that video sparked some stuff. There's a whole Know Your Meme page about this. Like, how? Who is Philip? No, clearly I was talking about the next 3D Mario after Odyssey, as it's been a very long while and we still haven't seen one. But seriously, this video being posted 2 years ago, it's actually crazy how many Mario games we've already had up to that point. But even now, 2 years later, how many more Mario games we've gotten because of that? Yeah, I like to think I caused that. But when you look at the span of 2 years, the greatness that Nintendo has given us as Mario fans, it's kind of absurd. And even I had to sit back and say, you know what? Forget this next 3D Mario game, because Nintendo, they've really been Nintendoing. Nintendoing? You know what I mean. Nintendo currently has 25 unique Mario games right now on the Nintendo Switch, whether they're remakes, remasters, ports, 2D, 3D, spin-off, party, sports, original games. There are 25 Mario games. I think it's just so crazy and wild to think that Nintendo has pretty much hit the mark on all the important things that we possibly could have asked for from Mario. I mean, let's just go through them real quick. We have our big fancy new 3D Mario with Mario Odyssey, and every other 3D Mario game is here. Kind of. You got Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy. You've got Mario 3D World coming back from the Wii U, but also adding a new little 3D game inside of that one as well, with Bowser's Fury kind of giving us our first open world Mario experience, even if it's a smaller scale. You've got Captain Toad Treasure Tracker making a return with Odyssey levels now. You have your 2D games with New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe and a brand new original Mario game with Mario Bros. Wonder. Not to mention we have Super Mario Maker 2, which technically gives us Mario Bros., Mario Bros. 3, Mario World, and even New Super Mario Bros. U, technically. Yeah, it's technically the Wii U version, and we also have Mario 3D World as a 2D style. I mean, we probably could have even had Mario Bros. 2, but this stupid empty slot still exists. No, this does not count. Then Nintendo decided to dive into the RPGs, but instead of giving us one that we already loved from the past, they decided to dive into a completely new series and franchise with Ubisoft. Year one of Nintendo Switch, that is, and that was Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, giving us a really cool tactical RPG style of gameplay that we've never had from the Mario series. And not only that, they gave us another one with Sparks of Hope. So 2 Mario Rabbids goodness. As crazy as this idea sounded, it was actually executed perfectly, and it actually was some of my favorite moments on Switch. Over the last 2 years, Nintendo's RPG game has just gone crazy. I mean, seriously, they have covered everything. We got Paper Mario the Origami King in 2020, which wasn't quite what people wanted from Paper Mario, but still was a step in the right direction. But last year, we got the announcement of Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door remake that came out this year, which still feels like a dream, where it's honestly the most ultimate remake they've ever could have done for Paper Mario, not only for this game, but for the franchise. It gives us hope that Paper Mario finally can return to form again. Mario RPG even makes a grand return from the Super Nintendo in a full-fledged remake, and Mario & Luigi is not dead, because in the last Nintendo Direct, we just got Mario & Luigi Brothership. Not a remake, not a remaster, not a port, but let alone a brand new Mario & Luigi title, proving that even though Alpha Dream might have been bankrupt, does anybody know what happened to Alpha Dream? Are they making this game? Who's making this game? It's something about seeing all these RPGs back and every single one of them in their prime with original worlds, characters, even partners for Paper Mario, and just the way that we fell in love with these games from the very beginning is just one of the biggest heartwarming things I think Nintendo has done this generation. Nintendo has also provided us with 3 Mario sports titles. Now, I will say right now that they're not the greatest at all, like probably some of the worst ones, but listen, okay, we do have Mario sports titles. They gave us a Mario Tennis with Mario Tennis Aces, they gave us a golf game with Mario Golf Super Rush, and they even gave us a Mario Soccer. Yes, Strikers made a return, not just any soccer, Strikers, and Mario Strikers Battle League was probably the worst of the 3. But look, okay, they're here. They are missing a couple of sports, and we'll get into that later on in the video, but they did give us 3 sport games. Mario Party is no exception either, because later this year, we're going to have a total of 3 party games on Switch, where on the Nintendo 64, we had 3, the GameCube had a whopping 4, we had 2, and the Wii U only had 1. So yeah, it's about time we got back to some of those bigger numbers for Mario Party games, and we finally did. Super Mario Party was... you know, people didn't really like the boards. It was all grid-based and weird looking. It was strange. Mario Party Superstars was great and gave us past boards and minigames. So technically, you can say a little piece of all the past Mario Parties is on Nintendo Switch. And we also just got revealed Super Mario Party Jamboree, which looks like it is returning to form, with 2 classic boards returning from past Mario Party games and some good-looking original boards with some fun minigames. I think this one's going to have the most minigames in the entire series so far, which is a huge plus. Now, we didn't have an original Mario Kart game, but we did have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which added an enhanced battle mode, new characters, and tons of new tracks, 48 to be exact, and they're all coming from past Mario Kart games. So once again, you can kind of say a little piece of every past Mario Kart game has been on the Nintendo Switch, which is awesome. But yes, all these tracks and everything, it's been great, but it's been 10 years, Nintendo. Let this freaking game die. We also, don't forget, got Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. Do we count this? I'm gonna count this. Shoot, we even have the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series represented by going back at the original that made it fun before all the mini drama, and that was back on Game Boy Advance, so that's pretty cool. And Nintendo even gave us a Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games for Tokyo 2020. Yeah, that's a lot of Mario Switch games, and I have not even talked about Virtual Console yet, because Nintendo Switch Online has so many Mario games or Mario spin-offs or games with Mario in them. Yes, there's about 37, and I am going to name all of them. Mario Bros, Pinball, Wrecking Crew 98, Donkey Kong Jr., NES Open, Super Mario Bros, Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, Dr. Mario, Super Mario Kart, Mario Picross, Super Mario All-Stars, Mario 64, Mario Tennis for 64, Dr. Mario 64, Paper Mario 64, Mario Golf 64, Mario Party 2, Mario Party 3, Super Mario Land 2, Baseball, Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, Dr. Mario, Game & Watch Gallery 3, Super Mario Advance 2, Super Mario Advance 3, Super Mario Advance 4, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and Mario Kart Super Circuit. And I haven't even really included some of the spin-offs like Yoshi's Island, Luigi's Mansion, the WarioWare games, or even Wario Land games. There's so much Mario. And if you look at the missing games, I mean, really, it's kind of incredible how much Mario has covered on the Nintendo Switch. And if you got real nitpicky, you could say there's some past games like, oh, some past new Super Mario Brothers games they didn't add, or past Mario Parties, or other sports from the past, like the GameCube version of the golf and tennis and all that stuff, and past Mario Karts and Mario and Luigi's and Paper Marios. Yes, you could say that, but the fact that we have a new Super Mario Brothers game, we have a new Mario Party, 3 new ones, we have 3 new sports games, we have, you know, it's just kind of crazy what Nintendo has been able to cover on Nintendo Switch with Mario alone. And no, I don't care that Fortune Street, Puzzles and Dragons, you know, past Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, and even goofy ones like Mario's Time Machine, Mario Teaches Typing, Hotel Mario, even Mario Paint are not on Switch. I don't think anyone has asked for those. But if we really break it down and look at what kind of series are missing on Nintendo Switch from Mario, there's only a handful, and it's a bunch of very old classic games, with 2 exceptions. We have Mario Baseball, which we had a GameCube version, and Super Sluggers on the Wii, and we haven't seen a new Mario Baseball yet, which is a little strange. I really expected it by now. And I guess you could also say Mario Basketball, because we had Hoops 3-on-3, and there was a Mario Basketball game in Sports Mix on the Wii, so we could be due for a basketball as well. Mario Dance Dance Revolution is technically a series we haven't seen again, but I don't think we're ever going to see it again. I mean, it'd be cool to have like kind of a Just Dance vibe, but with Mario again. We also have Mario Pinball Land on the Game Boy Advance. Maybe there could be a universe where we see another Mario Pinball game. Pinball was so huge back then, so maybe there's some type of day where we see a huge remaking of a Mario Pinball game, or like the next Mario Pinball. I would buy it. I think it'd be fun. Shoot, before I even move on to these last 2, I want to go back and say we even have a Princess Peach game. Yeah, we had Super Princess Peach on the DS, and they made a brand new one in 3D called Princess Peach Showtime. So like, there's Mario everything. Even out of those handful of games, there's just 2 that don't make sense to me. Of course, Super Mario Galaxy 2 and Mario 3D Land. At least Mario Galaxy 2 is the one that really confuses me, because I'm like, you got 64, you got Sunshine, you got Galaxy, and they just left Galaxy 2. You even have Mario 3D World. How did Galaxy 2 get left out? The sequel to a lot of people's favorite Mario game and favorite Nintendo game to this day. It's still a bizarre thing to me, and I really thought there was a chance we'd see an update to Mario 3D All-Stars, or at least DLC giving us Mario Galaxy 2, and we still haven't seen it on the entirety of the Nintendo Switch. This one still blows my mind. I don't get it. I'm not even going to try to get it in this video. I've made tons of videos on this. It's just weird. Of course, that leaves Mario 3D Land, which I would have loved to seen pack in with Mario 3D World, but it just didn't happen. I also don't think this game is going to happen, just because it felt like 3D World was just like the next version of this, so maybe Nintendo felt like they didn't need to bring it back. It belongs on the 3DS, and I can kind of see that. So it's not a game that I'm really like super upset that's not going to return. I know a lot of people like this game compared to 3D World simply due to the fact of its single player nature, and lots of the levels are structured and built around a single player instead of, you know, wider level design for multiple players. But at the same time, it's a game that I don't necessarily need to see again on the Switch. But knowing Nintendo, they've been picking the weirdest 3DS games to bring to Switch so far, so I feel like this one would probably be something they chose next or something. Yeah, as you can tell, it's very telling that Mario just runs Nintendo Switch, and it seems like this might be the end though, as rumor has it that the beginning of next year will mark Switch 2, so this could very well be the last couple of Mario games we see for current Nintendo Switch, which if that's the case, you gotta be extremely happy with what we've gotten, and I definitely am. I still would have loved to seen one more original 3D Mario game, but you know what, that next big 3D Mario is planned for the next Switch, and we'll move on with that new console. Truth is, I've never been more happier to be a Mario fan, and this year has already alone been insane, and this entire last 7 to 8 years of Nintendo Switch has been some amazing moments for us Mario fans, and I can't wait to see what the future holds on the next console. Let me know what your favorite Mario game has been on Switch. What has been your most surprising one, your favorite one? What's been your least favorite one? Let me know all your juicy Mario facts down below, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe before you head out, and like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.